How you doing, everybody? Welcome to my channel. You too can be great. This is the first episode of What's Wrong With You, okay? And today our topic is the person whose photo you saw on this page, because that's what I'm going to talk about. Now, if y'all don't know what's going on, she recently went on, I don't know if it was her radio show where she was at, but her and Trick were having a conversation about what's going on with all this protesting and everything that's been happening. And y'all know that in this time of what's going on, this is going to be a pivotal moment in history because of everything that we've seen so far. It's going to be documented. Our kids and our grandkids are going to be reading about this in history. People are setting records and letting the world know. The protests aren't just going on here. We have some going on in New Zealand. It's going on in the UK. It's going on even in some African countries. We, at this point, are tired. And for you to be another face, they're supposed to represent us, because, bitch, I don't know who you represent. First, you said you were Dominican. Then you said you were Afro-Latina. Then you said you were Afro, you were just black. We don't even know what the hell you stand for. You're walking around talking about you're the baddest bitch. No, you're the latest idiot that just came up here and say something stupid. I wasn't going to say something initially because I knew she was going to come here and issue a piss poor ass apology. What she did was she was talking about what's been happening with the protests and everything and the riots, and instead of giving some constructive criticism, she said that people need to extend the curfew and keep them home because they're animals. She called them animals. Here's the thing about revolutionizing situations and it being televised is that whenever extreme changes need to occur, it never happens smoothly. And that fact is something that's unbeknownst to her, because the Constitution was written in 1787, I believe, or 1700s, around there. The Emancipation Proclamation, Jim Crow laws was in the 1900s, okay? The 13th Amendment was in 1865 or something. That's after the Constitution has already been written, and all these racial things and all these racial violence has been occurring after the initial law that's supposed to govern the way that we're living was already written. Now, we're supposed to now feel some type of way when laws that were written in 1700s is governing our lives now in 2020 when things are widely different. It's ridiculous. And the people who always get the shitty end of the stick are the people who look like us. For her to get up on her platform and say what she said, I don't know why all these ignorant people are coming out the woodworks and thinking that they have a right to speak on situations they don't understand. If you don't get it, sit your ass down and shut the hell up. Now, I used to root for her when she was in Love and Hip Hop Miami, because I thought, you know what, she's a has-been, number one. That's how she ended up on the show in the first place. You got to be old. Can't nobody listen to you no more. The last album she did didn't even go platinum. It went aluminum. We didn't even hear about it when it was on Twitter or wherever, or on iTunes, whatever the hell she put it on that she was complaining about. We didn't even know she had an album out. And when I did find the album, it was shit, okay? It was garbage. So for you to be sitting up here and this is what you're projecting when you're 41 years old, you have not learned anything in this system. Now, she was complaining about how Trick was in an interview with her trying to save her ass. He was saying, people are angry. People want to be heard. There's a system that is not working. It's not working because it wasn't meant for this time period. The system that was designed was meant for people who are not going to be silent when bullshit are occurring to them. Enough is enough. Do I condone any kind of violence or hurting somebody? No, I don't. I would never, ever condone that. But I also know that when extreme changes have to be made and people are not listening, certain things happen and they're not always good. However, everybody out there doing the wrong things don't always have this complexion. There's a variety of people making a mess out of things, taking advantage of this movement and trying to take away focus from what it's supposed to be about. Because people are like, well, why don't you just protest silently? I know a football player who took a knee. He was protesting silently. He lost his career. I know in our history, we've had several African-American people who just did the similarity of taking a knee. They stay silent. They try to talk to you, and some of them got assassinated. So here we are in this situation. We're done being nice about it. You don't want to listen. You want to be difficult. You want to be hard-headed. I wasn't going to talk about this. I've already left a few comments here and there in my post saying, hey, this is what I'm thinking. I've been deleting people left and right because I had one person on my Facebook page tell me, oh my gosh, all this thing about mass incarceration and disparities and racial violence, slavery was over a long time ago. All that is a lie. And I looked straight at him and I didn't want to cuss him out because I felt like cussing him out would be an ignorant way to articulate what it is I'm trying to say, because I need him to really think about it. So I had to go and look up all these little, all these articles that have been published from 2008, 2010, 2014, statistics that have been out there, and send it to him and say, you know what, you need to read this and understand what's happening. Here's something that you don't seem to understand. I know some of you want to act like you blind when you see it and use it, the Karens in the world. And there's some of you who just don't see it because it's not happening to you. But if you don't understand what's going on or what people are feeling, ain't no way that thousands of people all over the world are running around screaming that they need change, and it's out of nowhere, it is out of the blue, that it's just, we're just picking shit out of our ass. That makes no sense if you think about it logically. There is no way that thousands of people, millions of people all over this world are out here speaking out on a situation that they have not observed. You yourself have chosen not to see it because it's not occurring to you. So if you don't have anything nice or kind to contribute to this situation that can help further the cause, it's best for you to sit up there and shut up. And Trina should have took that lesson, because what she said also caused the argument with Masika. Now, y'all know Masika, Fetty Wap's baby, she had baby by Fetty Wap. Normally, I don't say nothing because I feel like she's always picking fights with somebody on Twitter. She's always trying to argue with somebody. I don't know if it's for her to keep her relevant. I don't know. But in this particular incident, her checking Trina, I was like, Kaya, where you at? Come speak on this. Speak on her, because she needs to be told off. Because today she comes and gives us a piss poor apology. I'm sorry, I would never call my people animals. Girl, what you said is the same thing that has been used to brand us, to dehumanize us, to make either what we're saying or what we're doing less than. What's happening right now is a direct result of the anger people have been feeling, because me, myself, I'm going to have black children. My children are going to be black as ever, boys and girls. Do I want to be afraid? And every time my son steps out the door, if he's going to come back? No, I don't want to feel that. And if I have to do extra shit to get your attention, I will do it, because I don't want to be burying my children early on in life. So right now that this movement is going on, you should just sit up there and go off somewhere into obscurity. Go make another terrible ass album and force us to try and listen to it, because I don't want to see your face no more. You are canceled, because in times like this is when I need to see people's spirits. I need to see where you stand. We got all these people out here that don't look like us. They'll open their mouth to take some black man's dick, but they don't want to come out here and say something when it's time to say it and when it's time to speak. They want to sit up there and be silent about it. You, when you do choose to speak in the platform that you have, you say something that's completely ignorant. Like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Look at the timelines of when all these little laws were made, and we're supposed to live by them today. This system we have, it does not work. Ain't no such thing as reform. Tear the whole thing down. Okay, y'all saw Game of Thrones when they asked Dany, are you gonna change the wheel? What you gonna do? She said, I'm gonna break the wheel. Break the wheel and start from scratch, and have people from all members of the community speak on how they want to be treated. When it comes to people doing something illegal, stop doing the whole no snitching thing. When it comes to, speak up, because it's only way the changes can make. Now, do I think that every single person I see that don't look like this is bad? No, because I've seen some wonderful people. But with Trina and how she handled the situation, she's never gonna be good in my book. Period. So every time, if she shows up on Love and Hip Hop Miami, if she shows up on some other radio show and I talk about her, just know I will be cussing her out, because she's earned this for life. All this is going on in history, and we don't want it to be taken away by people like her who are supposed to be, apparently today she's black because before she was Dominican, advocating for us, saying some fuck shit and expecting us to be okay with it. I'm not okay with it. So this is the first episode of What's Wrong With You. Let me know what y'all think, because I'm going to do several episodes as time goes by talking on issues that pop up. I already put a post up talking about, showing you that Stevie J, Faith Evans, I think she got taken into custody or whatever, because there was a whole domestic dispute that they had. I don't know the details of it because we haven't heard what happened, but I'm just thinking to myself, am I shocked that Stevie found himself in yet another messy situation? He done fucked Mimi over. He screwed over Jocelyn. He thought he could do the same thing with Faith. Bitch, Faith dated Biggie Smalls. Was that his name? It was Biggie, right? I'm not good to rap. It was Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. Faith dated that man as big as he was. Did you think that if it came down to it, she'll know how to buck up? For real? Knock it off. Knock it off, bruh. You got yourself the right one. Then we had, who else did some crazy stuff that we talked about? We saw Ice Cube decided not to show up on Good Morning America because he felt like it was the wrong time to go and say good morning to this, what was going on, and I agreed. We had a few other celebrities come out and speak up on what's happening. We had Seth Rogen, the guy from Knocked Up, cussing everybody out on his Twitter like, yo, don't be out here saying some stupid shit. We had Ellen speak up. I don't know how genuine some of these celebrities are. We had Beyonce do hers, but I think she should have screamed hers a lot louder than what she did. We had Jay-Z call the governor, try to speak up, and I think he should have screamed louder than he did. Kanye donated $3 million to help certain families that are going through this right now. I just feel like now is a time for a lot of you to speak up. Don't tell me, oh, I'm worried about my job. Don't tell me, oh, these buildings are being broken down or whatever. I don't care. Buildings can be rebuilt. Properties can be restored. You can give back. You can remake iPhones. You can you can paint the store. You can have somebody paint windows. We got a lot of tax dollars out here that's going to be given to you to help your situation when all this is over. But we're not going to stop until change happens because it's too much. Number one. Number two, you can't give somebody their life back. You can give property back. You can't give somebody their life back. And right now, don't open your mouth and speak if you don't have anything productive to say that would be useful in getting the change that we've been trying to get since 1800s and then further than that. Because I think the Atlantic Dictator I think it started what? Was it 1600, 1700? Was it between 17th and 18th century that all that was happening? We've been trying to get this right, and it's 2020. So if you don't have anything constructive to say, just shut up. I respect your silence more than I respect you opening your mouth and saying some dumb shit. Is she uneducated? What is her? Somebody in the below, let me know how far of her education she went to, because some of the stuff that she says sometimes, she's so dumb. I know that she feels like she's above people, but damn. Anyway, if this live subscribe notification bell. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna go down and make some dinner. I'm making tilapia today, the whole tilapia, baking that and grilling it and flavoring it. You guys, excuse me, enjoy your day. If we have another growing up hip hop that does today, I will review it and y'all look forward to that. Okay, bye.